And on the flip side, there's a lot of teams that look like shit in preseason. Then for whatever reason, you put a couple star players back in the lineup. Everything changes during the season. So we have to remember that as we go forward. Is Kenny Pickett a first ballot Hall of Famer? Is Kenny Pickett a first ballot Hall? With saying everything I just said, is Kenny Pickett a fucking guy? Yeah. What a moment. Mitchell Trubisky comes in, plays great football. I think all of Pittsburgh was excited for that. I heard Yinzer singing Mitchell Trubisky's praises for about 2 quarters, 2.5 quarters. Then all of a sudden it became standing ovation. University of Pittsburgh football team's here. All of Pittsburgh is here for Kenny Pickett. It reminded me of when Mac Jones went onto the goddamn field last year after Cam Newton got subbed out for that preseason game. All of Pittsburgh went bananas for Kenny Pickett. Thought this guy was going to maybe stink. Maybe the moment was going to be too big for him. They kept the offense pretty simple for him early, let him get a couple completions. Kenny Pickett looks like he's got the swagger. His hands do look interesting with both gloves. When he's walking back into the huddle, it's like, all right, that's an interesting look. We're going to have to get used to that. But if he uses gloves and he does what he did against those third stringers alongside third stringers, which also has to be a part of the conversation, I think everybody will be pumped. 10 seconds left in the game, take the snap, go through full read, hit a guy. That guy doesn't choose to get out of bounds. No. He actually turns inside. Seattle Seahawks corner, who literally was making the right play, he's going to break on the outside of wide receiver named 10, 80, whatever his name. Seems like a good player. He breaks inside, though. Seattle corner thought he was making the right play to keep him in bounds, tackle him. I'm going to make the team. Instead, miss game-winning touchdown. Could it have started any better for fucking Kenny Pickett in Pittsburgh? And are you guys picketing for Pickett right now outside of Mike Tomlin's office? That was awesome to watch. NFL Network, the fuck?
What we doing?
Tough. We got Drew Lock competing with Geno Smith for a starting job. Drew Lock had meaningful minutes. Dog. Player. He's competing against fucking Kenny Pickett live, competing for a job. First quarterback taken. They're getting that. And they go to Cooper fucking Rush and
Josh Johnson.
And what do we do? Well, how is that even decided? I get it's the Cowboys, so you got to do what you got to do. It was fourth quarter, meaningful game. They were actually scoring points. And NFL Network goes the other way. I know it's not an easy decision.
Sure.
You got Jerry Jones breathing down your neck or whatever. Put the fucking Cowboys on. But there was really one of the only 2 storylines that are going through camp. Quarterback competition in Seattle and fucking Kenny Pickett playing, happening, meaningful minutes of preseason game. And they just cut off and said, see you later. Can't have it. I didn't get to hear Pompiani, Charlie Batch do any of this stuff. They even had Rudy on for a couple minutes. Almost missed that because the NFL Network went to some lame-ass game that nobody cares about. Broncos, Russell Wilson, Cowboys, Jerry Jones, none of them fucking played. Keep them off. Nonetheless, what a fucking game for the Pittsburgh Steelers and Kenny Pickett. I assume you can't start any better than that.
No, Kenny looked, my biggest thing was that he looked like calm, like cool, calm, collected. He knew where he wanted to go with the ball because in that situation, you had Narduzzi there to congratulate Kenny on getting and
take pictures with CFO Phil. And CFO Phil's kids.
Shout out.
Narduzzi knew the task. He understood the assignment. He did.
But
take pictures with little CFO Phil.
First round draft pick, everyone's chanting your name. First preseason game with the Steelers in Acrisure. My biggest thing was that he looked like super calm, and he's definitely, it feels like Kenny's a gamer. Like once the lights go on and the fucking we're ready to go, Kenny's ready to go. Now Mitch looked really good too, so it's definitely them 1-2. Not even a doubt.
Rudolph came in there second. He's got meaningful minutes too.
That ball,
he did throw. Well, anybody.
Rudolph has more meaningful minutes in the NFL in recent memory than Mitchell Trubisky.
Still have a beer with the guy.
What do you mean?
Didn't he play some games last year?
Started a game last year.
Meaningful.
Lions game.
Mitch
that wasn't.
Mitch did not. Mitch was sitting behind Josh Allen.
Entire year.
Might have been learning, but who has the most recent veteran reps in games that matter?
It's Mason
Rudolph.
By a lot.
How come you guys are just ruling him out? I think you guys, the Yinzers, have gotten a hold of the TV execs too. They're leaving fucking Mason Rudolph off all the graphics. It's just Mitchell Trubisky, Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett won like 14 of 15, by the way. Game-winning touchdown.
Pretty good game.
That is.
He balled out.
It was such an incredible start. A game means nothing, but I feel like Pittsburgh, that meant a lot. Talking about the highlights day in, day out over there. Now, I know Chase Claypool is going to be a guy for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think it's good news for him that Pickens has arrived. Pickens has the incredible catch. Obviously, Mason Rudolph drops it in a goddamn bucket. He gets both of his feet in.
Threw him out of bounds.
Yeah, but he didn't. It ended up being perfect. Pickens gets both of his feet in somehow. And then not only that block. Now, they have it on film. Every corner now knows okay, this guy is.
He's one of those.
He's going to do something during, because there's a lot of wide receivers just go, hey, we're together. And neither of us are making a play. Neither of us are making a play. Them knowing that's going to be a whole new ball game. We'll talk to Darius Butler about that in about an hour. But yeah, Pickens is awesome, and he glides.
Yeah,
like he fucking
easy runner.
He runs right by people, and they have no. When did they draft him?
Second round.
How'd he fall to the second round? Because 11 wide receivers or something like that won in the first round. How many wide receivers won in the first round? I think like 11. It was a shit ton.
A lot.
It was why the Cardinals traded. Remember the Cardinals,
Yes.
wherever they were sitting, they said they liked however 7, 8, I forget how many wide receivers it was. We like this many wide receivers, but we don't think any of them will be around by the time we get up to draft. So they actually send their pick to Baltimore to get Hollywood because they wanted. Pickens was sitting right there.
That's
right. Yeah.
Could have got Pickens.
Could have gone.
What the fuck are Steve Keim and Cliff Kingsbury doing?
Good question.
Steelers know how to draft wide receivers. We watched them make a hell of a diving catch in the national championship last year.
Of course we did. Because he played for
Georgia.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
national
did.
That's
champion.
why he was born a dog. He was raised a dog. He's always going to be a dog.
Yeah, he's a guy.
But there was Montana to Rice. There was Aikman to Irvin. There was Brady to Gronk. There was 7 to 84.
There's Peyton to Marv.
Sure.
Peyton to Reg.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Raj to Jordan,
Raj
Montana.
Jordan.
Well, those aren't a thing.
Raj Devontae.
Yeah.
That wasn't a thing.
Jay-
What about Pickett to Pickens? Okay.
Hey, the kid looked comfortable. It's the second half preseason game. Too early to get beside ourselves, but I like Mitch. I think they should just name him the starter. I think he's their best option. Even Mason looked good, honestly.
Yeah, he did.
But,
Mason looked good.
Watch the tape, dude.
Almost fumbled the ball.
But I like Mitch, man. I think you give Mitch that opportunity. But Pickett looked good, man. He's obviously comfortable. That's where he's been. That's where he played his college ball. He's a Pittsburgh guy through and through. And Pickett, George, still has never missed on wide receiver draft pick. It doesn't seem like he looks like everything he's been built up to be. AB, Antoine Bethea, obviously my co-host in the Man to Man pod, he actually said he thinks they should go with Pickett. They should just go with the young kid out of the gate. And he's usually with the sit and wait until they're ready. I don't think you go with him out of the gate. I think we go with Mitch. But Pickens look good, man. You got to be happy with that first round pick as of right now.
Mark Caboli, who's beat writer for the Pittsburgh Steelers on your side, he said you can rubber stamp Mitchell Trubisky being a starter.
That's right.
You can basically rubber stamp it, he said. And then he took a Rudy sub out of his cargo shorts from 4 hours before that and ate that entire thing. But I think everybody's kind of just understanding that Trubisky's going to start and then Pickett's going to come in at some point. But there couldn't have been a better start for that fucking dude than what happened in preseason game 1 in Acrisure Stadium. And I want to go back to the last play, the game-winning throw. 10 seconds left on the clock. Pickett goes through his reads, throws to that guy. Seattle corner thinks he's making the team because he's shooting on the outside shoulder of the wide receiver. Keep him in bounds. Clock keep running. This game's over almost if he makes that play. Instead, guy turns. I don't even know if that wide receiver had any idea what he was doing. I don't know if he knew that there was 10 seconds left or anything. He turns inside, game-winning touchdown. What that could have went very bad. Like decision making that could have went very bad. Instead, it goes great. It's almost like the Yinzer gods are breathing down on him. But
Thank you, Marco.
what a game 1 for that guy, and what a touchdown by Pickens. Steelers got to be excited. The Pickens doing that block to that corner. Like now, every corner knows going forward, right, that he's going to do that. Isn't that a thing? You think?
Yeah, that's a tough spot. I think like most corners have gotten like that because obviously you're a pass defender first, so you kind of everything's backwards. You can't be on your heels, and receivers, especially good blocking receivers, they know when to catch you slipping. I've seen it. Somebody showed me he did it in college too, but obviously he's a strong kid. But that corner, hopefully he's learned his lesson. That was early on. Got him, put him right on his ass. But, I feel like a lot of us has got like that. Do
you think going forward, though, that ain't like Pickens is going to be in for it now every single play, right? That's this is going to happen
Nah. I think he's going to be a good fucking player. Obviously, but I think he's going to be a good player. But the whole blocking thing, I think probably as he matures in his football career, he's still going to block through the whistle, but nobody's going to be coming at his neck like, oh, this guy, he blocks hard. I'm going to try to do this or do that. Like, nah, he's trying to get open and catch passes. That's what you get paid to do in the National Football League. And then as games go on, receivers and DBs is kind of like, we block, we go through the motions sometimes. And then you got a few guys but he'll learn. He'll be all right.
Hey, neither of us are making a play on this one. Neither of us are making a play. I had a couple of those on kickoffs. A couple of those guys come running up to me. Hey, man, I'm being told to block you. I'm like, all right, no problems. And then the one guy, Dressler against the Broncos.
Yep.
I hit him with a fucking spin move. And because he even gave me like the, hey, I got you. And I'm like, hey, dude, this guy's going to score a fucking touchdown. I'm so sorry. So I kind of felt like I feel like I kind of fucked up the brother-in-law relationship there with him. And on film, it showed up, obviously. But I do appreciate that type of thing. Like, hey, neither of us are making a play. I'm doing what I'm being told to do. You're doing what you're being told to do. Let's just go ahead and get to the next play. That happens in the NFL. There has to be that respect.